What's good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another video. Today, we've got some great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we are starting off with the Japanese Media Create sales for July 23rd, 2018 through July 29th, 2018. The Nintendo Switch hit a pretty somewhat big milestone for Japanese sales for the month of July, so we'll talk about that in a bit. Also, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, we got the debut sales of that as well. So Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 plus 2 sold 29,270 retail units on the PlayStation 4 and 16,207 units on the Nintendo Switch for an opening week of 45,477 sales. The latest Media Create sales figures have revealed. Now, another big thing to note here, guys, is the hardware sales, because the Nintendo Switch has actually almost hit for the whole month of sales 200,000 units. I'll go over the particular number in just a bit. I want to talk first about the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 hardware in terms of what they sold for this past week. Now, on this hardware side, the Nintendo Switch sold another 48,370 units, while the PlayStation 4 family of systems, this includes the PlayStation 4 Pro and also the regular baseline PlayStation 4, sold 18,645 units, while the Nintendo 3DS family of systems, the 3DS XL, the 2DS, all the ones that they have, that sold 8,714 units. So I want to talk about this just briefly before we get into software. The Nintendo Switch sold almost nearly 200,000 units at the retail for the month of July. I'm counting up all the different Media Create sales charts for the past 4 weeks. And if you look at the exact number, it was 196,591 units. Very good. It absolutely blows away any other competitor in Japan at all when it comes to it, even with themselves, with the Nintendo 2DS or any other system on the market. I don't think there was another system that surpassed more than, I think, 70,000 units for the month. So the Nintendo Switch sold at least 3 times more than any other system on the market for the month of July, or right around that rate, which is really good. Pretty high rate, and it looks like the Nintendo Switch, in terms of Octopath and kind of what's been coming out, is going to bump up the next quarter when we get those sales in the next 3 or 4 months. So let's talk about the software, because we won't go over everything. We have a lot of the usual suspects in the top 20, but I will go over the top 10 for you guys. So there's a brand new game actually for the PS Vita called Color and Malice Unlimited. That was the limited edition included as well from Idea Factory. That sold 7,695 units. Number 9 was Captain Toad Treasure Tracker with nearly 9,000 units again. Pretty good there. Octopath Traveler, number 8. Good to see Octopath getting some substantial restocks there. Another 13,238 units. Then at number 7 was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, another 13,000 units plus. Number 6, Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition, which just continues to sell, another 16,000 units plus. Then at number 5, you have Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 from Capcom, which we did talk about in terms of its sales. Number 4 was Mario Tennis Aces, of course on the Nintendo Switch, another 18,000 units plus. Number 3, the eternal, never going to stop Splatoon 2 with the bundle version included, another 20,344 units plus. And man, I have not seen a game released in this generation be as consistent as Splatoon 2. This is just absolutely insane. Number 2, Taiko Drum Master Drum and Fun from Bandai Namco, another 28,265 units. And then number 1 was Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 from Capcom on the PlayStation 4 with 29,207 units, like we discussed there. Now in the top 20, we also had a Dragon Quest X all-in-one sighting. Yes, an all-in-one sighting. And also Disgaea 1 Complete finally came out for the PlayStation 4. That was in the top 20 as well. Last of Us, Super Mario Odyssey, Kirby Star Allies, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. We also had Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, in addition to a visual novel from Entergram. I've never heard of them, but yeah, they had a visual novel for the Nintendo Switch that debuted at 11 with 7,631 units. So not bad overall when you're looking at everything. I think the big takeaway, or probably like the big story here, is that the Nintendo Switch sold almost 200,000 units at retail for Japan for the month of July. I'm just doing a little bit of speculation for the rest of the world. I'm pretty sure Nintendo hit at least 700 to 800,000 when it comes to worldwide sales. So almost maybe 1 million potentially for the month of July with Octopath and everything. So not bad there, but we'll have to, of course, wait and see what the official sales are once Nintendo does their next quarterly meeting. We just got that in terms of their first quarter, and not bad, almost 1.9 million units sold. Nintendo has over 20 million units sold for the Nintendo Switch, obviously, at this point. So Nintendo has a complete turnaround from what we saw with the Wii U, which is good. And they're actually tracking on pace with the PlayStation 4, and of course they're ahead of the Nintendo 3DS because the 3DS just started out pretty bad and they had to recover. So it's looking pretty good for Nintendo overall in terms of sales wise, and of course Sony keeps on trucking, which we'll talk about in just a bit. So what do you guys think about the Media Crate sales charts here? Nintendo hitting 200,000 units sold? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next topic here, Nintendo announces their Gamescom 2018 lineup, and I think this might mean that we could be getting a Dark Souls Remastered release date coming up pretty soon here. So Super Mario Party will also be playable for the first time as well. So Nintendo has announced the lineup of games that it's bringing to Gamescom 2018, which runs from August 21st to the 25th in Cologne, Germany. So the following titles will be playable on the show floor: Dark Souls Remastered, Dragon Ball FighterZ, FIFA 19, Killer Queen Black, Starlink Battle for Atlas, Super Mario Party, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, additionally, the Nintendo UK YouTube channel will feature a deeper look at a selection of already announced upcoming games with a series of videos recorded at the Red Cube studio of the Gamescom 2018 show floor throughout the week. This includes new gameplay from Super Mario Party, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country, and Marvelous' Daemon Cross Machina, featuring producer Kenichiro Tsukuda. So awesome stuff here to see all the different games that are coming to Gamescom, but I do think that Nintendo and Bandai Namco and Virtuos, who are the developers of the game, will announce the release date for Dark Souls Remastered at Gamescom. I think we're going to have a solid release date, and I don't think it'll be too far off from the date that they have Gamescom there. Now, that is going on from the 21st to the 25th in Germany, so I think that we're going to get a release date probably shortly after that. I wouldn't be surprised if Dark Souls Remastered launches at the very end of August or very early September. In terms of August, yeah, September. So very early September. I would not be surprised if that happened there, but we'll have to wait and see. I would lose a little bit of a bet if it goes after August. But overall, I think that there is one admission from this, or at least a couple admissions, and that would be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's not going to be there. That was actually at E3 2018, but it wasn't at this show here. And I think people even got to play it as well beforehand. So I'm wondering why they haven't brought that out there. Maybe because they're making some big tweaks, so they don't want to use the old demo build, just because they've done a lot of different things and there'll be like a different event later in the year. That's what I'm guessing, since it's still not till November. I think Super Smash Bros. Is one of those games to where you can kind of demo it multiple times and not have a problem because of the type of game that it is. But maybe with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they're trying to see, okay, well, let's wait till like another event and then we can kind of get the new demo build out there. So overall, I think that's still a good showing for Nintendo. Got some pretty cool games there. Starlink Battle for Atlas. I want to play that game so bad. I have not been able to play it, but I know it's coming out pretty soon here. October is another one of those months where people think is not really that big, but there's actually Super Mario Party in there, and there's also Starlink Battle for Atlas in October as well. Plus, there'll probably be some more stuff. We might get a Nintendo Direct, which could reveal some release dates and everything like that. That also could be a target date for Warframe on the Nintendo Switch, would be October as well. So what do you guys think about the Gamescom 2018 lineup? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving to the final topic here. PS4 worldwide shipments top 82.2 million units sold, guys. And when we talk about this whole shipments versus sold thing, pretty much Sony has sold 82.2 million PlayStation 4s, okay? Because they've sold those to retailers, they've gotten their money for that, and the reports are about a month behind, right? Because they report from the end of June, so they've continued to sell past through July. So guys, I don't want to hear any more shipments versus sold stuff, guys. They've sold 82.2 million based on this right here. So worldwide total shipments for the PlayStation 4 have reached 82.2 million. Sony has announced in their financial results for the 3 months ended in June 30th, 2018. A total of 3.2 million PlayStation 4s were shipped during the first quarter, which is down 0.1 million from the same period the previous fiscal year. Now, Sony also increased the previous forecast of 16 million PlayStation 4s shipped in the fiscal year 2018, which runs from April 1st, 2018 to March 31st, 2019 to 17 million units. So I think Sony kind of lowballed themselves at the very beginning of that, because when they said that they're only going to do 16 million, I was like, it's going to be interesting, only 16 million. Now, they do have Spider-Man coming out pretty soon. That's going to be a big bump, and I think that they're going to do some sales and deals for the holiday season as well. So I would think that Sony's actually going to sell well more than 17 million units. I think that they are still being a little bit too conservative. I think that Spider-Man and God of War are going to progress and push them throughout the rest of the year, and the price of the baseline PlayStation 4 and also all the different models that you can get, the Spider-Man PS4 Pro and all that, I just think that it's going to create more sales than what they're saying here. So I'm going to say that they're going to actually outperform this pretty badly. I'm going to go in and say that they're going to do 22 or 23 million. I think they're going to sell a lot more than what they're saying here. If they sold 3 million within this past quarter, but then again, you also have to realize that part of that was God of War, and God of War was a huge boost. But I also think that Spider-Man is going to be a huge boost. But after Spider-Man, there really isn't much else in terms of big first-party titles that can really move the hardware more. So I think that's what Sony is kind of being conservative on. And then we also have nothing really for the beginning of 2019. I'm not sure if Sony has anything in terms of that either. There's just third-party games that, of course, that you can get on PC and Xbox One. So I'm not sure, but I'm just going to say, just because of the price of the baseline PS4 and because of God of War, because of Spider-Man, because of the big games that they do have, and then all the third-party support as well, there's also big Japanese games coming too. So I do think that they're going to outperform the 17 million. But that's just my guess. It could not happen. It could be right at 17 million. And they are down a little bit from the previous year, just like Nintendo was kind of down just a bit. They are down just a bit, 0.1 million. So what is that, 100,000 units? They're down 100,000 units from the previous year. But at the same time, I mean, I still think that they're going to do well with Spider-Man. But we'll have to wait and see. I think it's good that Sony's being just a little bit more on the conservative side, where Nintendo's being a lot more on the aggressive side when it comes to it. So we'll have to wait. Microsoft, that those who are asking, they don't give numbers anymore, so we don't know what they're at. They stopped giving numbers a long time ago. All they talk about is, I guess, like Xbox Live usage and profits and things like that, which is fine. Not a big deal there. It's their business. They can do what they want to in terms of it. But I do think that it's a little bit meh that they don't give at least some numbers for people out there, investors and things. Maybe if you are an investor, you actually can see the numbers more through some reports or something. I'm not really sure. But either way, those are the numbers there, guys. Everyone's doing pretty good for the most part. I don't really see the need for any arguing and bickering back and forth. Nintendo is definitely back. Sony's doing very well. Systems are selling, games are selling. This is a great time for gamers. So I don't really see the issue or people arguing back and forth and people calling each other names in the comment section. I think it's weird. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting PlayerEssence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.